apologies, I feel like I don't think I've posted for like 2 weeks. And I promised myself I was going to be consistent, and I've fallen at the first hurdle. It is one of my New Year's resolutions to be like consistent. So maybe bear with me over Christmas, but yeah. Today, I've asked you all to send me in lots of questions to do with relationships. Follow me or know me, I'm Tilly. My husband is in the military, so he joined when he was 16. We lived apart for many years, and he used to travel back up to the house that we owned, and then last year we made the move to come and live on a military base. He's just got back from a 3-month deployment, and yeah, it's a lot. I've been really struggling with the whole military spouse thing recently. I think there's such a big build up when they've been away to when they come back, and I think it's you two like trying to navigate being together again. Like, we've got 2 small kids. I've got a 3-year-old and a nearly 9-month-old, so it's just a lot, isn't it? So I want to talk about it, share some things, let me know any advice you guys might have in the comments. I'm not a relationship guru, as you can probably tell, but let's see what you've asked. Questions. If ever you want to ask me the questions as well, I always do the little boxes on Instagram. How do you keep the relationship alive? Okay, I'm going to come out there and say I think sex is really important. I think that's a massive part of any relationship. People have different times when they're ready in postpartum, but I do think that's really important, and I think men need to understand that when you've been touched all day and overstimulated and there's been lots of noise and everyone's been saying your name, the last thing you want at the end of the day is that. So for me, I think it's really important to take time away as a couple. Now, depending on your circumstances, again, this is easier for some people than it is to others. Not everyone feels comfortable with the childcare they can get, or not everyone wants to have childcare, not everyone could afford to have childcare, not everyone has a village. But I do think going out just the 2 of you is really important. I think like once a month maybe isn't even realistic if you've got small kids, but maybe once a quarter at least. I think at least once every 3 months you need to be going and doing something just you two. I think you need to talk to each other. Truthfully, if I had the money, I would have a relationship therapist. I think this is where America gets it so right, that like everyone goes to couples counselling. I do think it's something you can get through the army, and it is something I'd consider if Ben would do it, but I don't know if he would. But I think having a conversation without it seeming like you're attacking the other person is sometimes hard. Get yourselves out, or even just like a night in. It doesn't always have to be like what I do, where you go and get smashed and make a fool of yourself, because I don't always think that fills your cup. I think that's like a release. Relationships after a baby. I think your first baby, which I'm still not decided if I think 0 to 1 or 1 to 2 is harder. I think they're both really hard in different ways. I think 0 to 1 is hard because you're learning how to be a mum. I think 1 to 2 is hard because it's like you're learning how to juggle 2 kids. And it does get easier, or you just get used to it, I don't know. And Ben really struggled after Penelope. He had 6 months off, and then he went to Cyprus for 6 months. And where Ben was based in Cyprus was right next to Ionapi. And it was just a joke. Like, it was just an absolute joke. I was at home on my own with Penelope. I was working as a business consultant, like self-employed, 4 or 5 days a week, different things going on, looking after her. And I was like, how is this fair? Paying 50-50 to the bills. Like, it didn't feel fair at all. Babies are the biggest test anyone ever has on a relationship. Someone said to me, like, not to make massive decisions in the first year of your baby's life, but I do think there's degrees to that. Again, I think personally, I think therapy of some sort where you can feel heard, or speaking to someone. I think you need someone you can vent to. You need to find yourself a group of mates where you can all slag off your husbands or moan about your in-laws or whatever you want to do. Like, I think you just need to find that, if that makes sense. That's my biggest tip. I think you just need to find your own little safe haven, and maybe you'll come back together, but also maybe you won't. That's me being like honest. How to prevent resentment? You tell me. Honestly, I didn't resent Ben massively while he was away. When he's come back, the resentments felt real, because he came over from like Central America as well. When he got back, the jet lag, and obviously I can imagine it's a lot trying to reintegrate yourself back into family life, but like, yeah, I think they've been like away with like a group of boys for 3 months, and then they come back and it's like, oh, family life. And I think some people adjust to it better than others, but I find that really hard when you've been on your own and you look forward to something so much. But I think with resentment, you've just got to do stuff for yourself. But I don't know why I'm preaching about this, because honestly, I have no idea what I even like anymore, other than a glass of chicken wine and a toot on a vape. Like, I don't even know what my thing is. And it's like, get a hobby. It's like, but when? Do you know what I mean? Most mothers work. Most mothers, even if you don't work, are the default parent, and you're juggling the food shopping and different things. Like, we just don't have the space, and you're trying to keep up your friendships and your relationships. Like, but I do really want in the new year to get a hobby or a job or something, like, and it's money as well. Like, it's like, I really want to join a tennis club. It's like 200 quid a month. Like, what? I don't know if I'm actually answering these questions. I'm just giving you my experience, I think. Going back to normal after deployment, I think my biggest advice would be try and be considerate to each other. I think maybe like a night away, just the two of you, but then I really struggle with this because everyone said to me like, oh, the second Ben gets back, like, get yourself away for a week. But I find it hard with the age Penelope is now. Like, I don't want Ben to come back and then me disappear, because I don't want to confuse it, and I'm probably overthinking it. But weirdly, since Ben's been away and it's been me and the kids, literally, obviously we've gone to people's houses and stuff like that, but I actually feel I find it harder to leave them than I did before, which is strange. Also, I think Barnaby's temperament is so used to just me that I know other people struggle to get him to sleep as well. So I think, yeah, I think you've got to be understanding to each other. I think maybe expect that it isn't going to be the full, like, social media perfection vibes. Any suggestions to get on helping your partner to navigate leaving the military? I don't know this because Ben's not left, so I can't help on that one. If anyone knows, do tell in the comments. If I could get into, I'd like tips on how you get them to leave. No, I don't. Sometimes I really like the military. At the moment, I don't. Like, I think I'm at a point now, I've been here for 6 months, and I actually want to put my roots down somewhere, and I'm like conscious next year we've got to start applying for schools for pay, and the idea that like in another year and a bit's time we move again and I've made all these friends and then you pick up and go somewhere else, like, I don't know if that's for me. I love Suffolk. I love it. Like, I love the area. I think the people are lovely. Like, I don't necessarily miss home. I think the fact that my mum's moved away, Ben's parents go away a lot. They're away for like the first half of next year, and my dad and like my stepmom, like, I think what people probably used to see of me on social media, I don't have that same like village as I did before. So I don't know what I'd be going up there for. I have my lovely friend Steph, who will be watching, and she'll be saying, you come back up for me. And I would come back up for you, Steph, but you do have a husband and you don't want me in your house 24/7, because I do your head in, because I do everyone's head in. How are things going with me? I'm okay. I think I had a really bad PMDD week last week. I had the coil, I've been bleeding constantly since I had it, and yeah, I just think I just had a bad week last week. I think expectations versus reality, Ben coming back hit a bit, but I'm okay. I'm really looking forward to Christmas with the kids. We've got a tree up now, finally, literally with about 20 minutes before Christmas is over. I'm okay. It's just been a lot. This year's been like a lot. Like, I had a really bad doing this summer with that psychosis stuff, and you know when you get to the end of the year and you're like, what the hell? Like, it's been a lot. I got married, like, what? Trust went away. Ben is a prick, but he's not a cheater, I think. I think trust, people don't trust people when it comes from previous experience or things in people's families where, like, stuff's happened. And I think trust everything. Like, if you don't trust each other, what's the point? Like, I'm not a look on each other's phone kind of person. I think that's like basic respect for someone. Tell me if you think I'm wrong, but like, if they've given you a reason not to trust them, that's when it's really difficult. How do you keep intimacy and connection alive while partner's away? FaceTime is a fantastic tool. WhatsApp, little bits and bobs. I just think it's important to give each other compliments. Like, I think when each other are away, I think it's nice to be like, oh, your hair looks nice, or this looks nice. And a good old bit of old-fashioned phone. Like, I don't know, but just, yeah. How do I handle the feeling of resentment and being left alone? When I'm sad, I go inward. I think I need to go to therapy. Sertraline's great for me because before this, I used to have episodes where I'd be hysterical. Now, I just kind of can't really release that emotion, so I'm just like... So, but yeah, I really struggle around my period still, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was, but like, I still 100% know when I'm in my PMDD week. But, I don't know, I do struggle, and that's fine to say. I reckon there's at least 1 week out of the month where you see me not posting because I don't want to speak to anyone, don't want to do anything. I find it really hard, and then I come back out my shell. I think I have a bit of ADHD, to be honest, because I'm like, I don't know. Do I get postpartum rage? Yeah, a lot when it's like the middle of the night. I find it hard, like when Ben was away and Barnaby was waking a lot. I would find it really, really hard to like keep the patience. I'm a big believer in the rule of like, if you're struggling, it's the safest thing to put a baby in a cot and walk away for 2 minutes and compose yourself. It's really hard, especially with a baby when they can't communicate what's wrong. It's super, super difficult. Sleep deprivation is a form of torture. Like, they use it in SAS training and everything. It wrecks your mind. It wrecked my mind. It's to the point where you see things and hear things and you have delusions. Like, and I truly believe no one that's really been in, unless you've really been in the depths of sleep deprivation, you can't really pass judgment on that. Especially if you're parenting alone and there's no one you can pass that on to. It's dangerous. It's really, really dangerous. You have no patience with your kids. So yeah, my postpartum rage comes out with that. Mine's more in the night, like where I want to just scream into a pillow or punch something. I get angry towards Ben, but I wouldn't say that was like postpartum rage. That's just like me being a human and him being a man. Oh, my lights died. Let's get the flash out. Ooh. Tips on feeling like me. I mean, I think if you're slightly traumatised and a bit funny, you'll always be yourself. I can always take the mick out myself. I think you need to go out with your friends, if you've got friends, which for a while I didn't, so make some friends. You've got to get yourself out there. Sitting in the house all day, and I'm the worst one for it, doesn't make you feel good. I think it takes time. I think after Penelope, like when you get to 2 years, you feel good. By that point, I was pregnant again. I feel like with my second, you come back around quicker. Like, I'm 9 months now. I still wear weird outfits. Honestly, I was watching a TikTok the other day of after I had Barnaby, and for some reason, I decided to put blue hot pants on after I had a spray tan after my wedding. I think I was like feeling the wedding buzz a bit. Horrific. You're going to wear bad outfits that you think look nice because your mind's just different. Give yourself grace is what I'd say. I think you've got to give yourself time. If you don't, you can't pour from an empty cup, but it's not always, like I say, necessarily easy to fill your cup back up. So, ride the storm. Someone else has said, how'd you get them to leave? Honestly, guys, tell us. I feel like unless you had a serious injury, you wouldn't leave. And that would be cruel of me. And then someone else said 3 things I like about Ben. And in the mood I'm in tonight, I don't think I can respond on that now, so we'll save that one for another day. Thank you if you've watched this to the end. One day I promise, maybe, if I keep going with this, we'll have nice lights in a big studio, not me with my iPhone flash.